We'll put this burner on high with about 4 cups of water. I'm gonna add in some ginger root. We'll bring that to a boil, and I'm gonna add some sugar for a ginger root syrup to put in my tea. Be anti-inflammatory, it's anti-nausea, lots of great properties in ginger. I'm gonna add some sugar, about 1.5 cups. I'm gonna let that boil to melt that sugar, and then I'm gonna put the lid on and let it steep for a while. It'll be delicious in tea. I am gonna take it and pour it into a sterilized mason jar. It's a quart jar. And then I'm gonna put some in a old milk container jar. And then I'm gonna refrigerate it. And it's good and hot. So I'm gonna put my lid on as tight as I can get it. I'm gonna turn it upside down in the mason. And this one's going in the fridge to use right away. That'll sit like that for about 15 minutes, and I'll turn it upright, and that will seal the jar so I can preserve it for later. Ginger syrup, y'all. Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. It's Sunday afternoon. Happy Sunday. Before I get out of my church clothes, I wanted to show y'all a little something. I'm gonna take a pan, any pan of water, and I'm gonna put it on high on the eye of the stove. And I'm gonna stick me a mason jar lid in there and get it hot. And you know, on this page I talk a lot about waste not, want not, and farm to table and all that good stuff. So here's what I can tell you. I always keep mason jars on hand, and unfortunately they're getting pretty expensive, but the good part is that when you're making your own stuff to put in it, you're really saving your money. If you enjoy it, you're enjoying your time doing it. And there's nothing better than giving something to somebody, whether it be your family or your friends or whomever, and they say how delicious it was and you actually made it from scratch. So, mason jar. This mason jar is clean. It's already been through the dishwasher. So what I did was I bought a sprig of root, ginger root. It was about this big, like the size of a small hamburger. And what I did yesterday was I put cut that ginger up, and I put it in this pan. And I don't know if y'all can see that. This pan. And I put 1.5 to 2 cups of sugar in it, white granulated sugar. You can use whatever sugar you want. But I wanted to make one more jar of ginger sauce to put in tea, to put in coffee, to put in water. You still get that leaching of the ginger properties that are good for you. And so I wanted to can that real quick. That's what I want to show you. Anyway, so I am heating that back up, the sugar water and the ginger root. And what I'm going to do is, once I know it's good and hot, I'm going to put it in this jar. So give me just a sec. Okay, I want it to almost be boiling. So I'll just chat for a minute and tell y'all a couple of things I've done over the past week and put them on the page. I've done pear jam. I've done apple cinnamon jam. So as things are coming in this part of our state, I need to preserve it and put it up, you know, and you can can apples, you can can pears, you can look it up on the internet. There's lots of information about it nowadays. You know, people are kind of going back to that basic raising what you eat, knowing where it comes from, and those kind of things. I call it farm to table, but people call it different things. But I see a lot of these young mothers with 4 or 5 children at church, and they are doing a natural approach. So with their cooking and otherwise. So I'm not trying to throw my opinion on anybody. I'm just saying this has been around for a long time. Like my granny used to do this. And God rest her soul, she would have been, I don't know, 100 something years old now. I don't know. But anyway, it's boiling. And so are my lid. So is my lid. And so I am simply going to take this syrup. I'm going to fill up that mason jar. And if y'all notice, I reuse mason jars because, like I say, they are not cheap these days. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Granny Engle trick. And I'm going to pull this down as tight as I can. I'm going to turn this over. It's very hot for about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to turn it upright and it'll seal. And listen, if by chance you get one that doesn't seal, you can hot water bath it and all that. But this is a shortcut that I use all the time with jams, jellies, syrups, caramel, and it works. So anyway, if you're gonna process like tomato stuff or green beans, or you're gonna have to process them in a canner or a Bluestone canner. But anyway, a pressure canner or a Bluestone canner. But anyway, I've talked enough. Ginger sauce, it's a sugar syrup. That's really good. It's also really good drizzled on pears or fresh apples off of a farm. Anyway, make it a great day. I'm going to take a Sunday afternoon nap, y'all. Thanks for watching the page. Cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. We'll see you soon. Share, like, and comment. Bye for now. Oh, let me show y'all the pears. I mean, you can see the color. I almost forgot to show you, sorry. And, yeah, it's kind of a golden color. I boiled it for probably 25 minutes and let it sit overnight. All right, bye for now.